Facebook is for 13-year-old diddly-faced kids playing games. That's what they think Facebook's about. It's not, if you know how to drive and use it. It's actually a very powerful business platform. And it gets indexed by search engines, as you heard earlier today. But you need to understand who you're talking to, and you need to talk in the same speak as them. It's a whole new world, a whole new language that's going on. All right. Now, I found this one, 7% of businesses ignore complaints on Twitter. I found that to be extremely interesting because the stat is something like 83% are happy if you actually address it. And if you are not happy with something, you will, well, I do, go on Twitter and you go blang and tell them because they should be monitoring it. Now, a lot of the Aussie banks haven't yet. Some of them have picked it up. ANZ haven't. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Harvey Norman are actually really good with that one.
Are they?
They keep right on top of it, so do Telstra. But I was in Harvey
Telstra
Norman.
would need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The amount of questions I would post about them alone.
But yeah, I was in Harvey Norman. I wanted to look at a product. 3 staff members walked past me, jump on Twitter. I'm standing in the section of Harvey Norman at Water Gardens, and 3 people have ignored me. And next thing you know, there's a phone over there ringing. And somebody came in, hi, how can I help you? And I looked back, yep, someone will be with you in a second.
Yeah, that's how powerful it is. I was, I was down to Port Fairy.
I'm doing that next time.
And it's
absolutely.
audible. There was like 6 people there, and I went in and I was there and I was going to buy a blender.
Yeah.
No one came over.
Yeah.
I was standing there trying to look like I was going to buy a blender.
Yeah.
How do you,
Oh my God!
hello! They're over there. I love stuff you. I walked out.
Yeah.
I didn't buy a blender for
We
me.
went in to buy a bed, TV, like we, saved everything up to go, right, we're going to go in once. It probably would have been about $4.5 grand worth of stuff, and we just walked out. There's not one.
Yeah, so
nearly
customer
every
service.
tell it to your clients. Like,
So what it says about your brand?
No, it just
is
tells you,
really
it just
important.
tells you that all of you have just described nationals.
yeah.
What you really need to be doing is going back to your small
Boutiques. Yeah,
businesses.
true.
And do yourself
Yeah.
a favour, start dealing with your local businesses
Yeah, very
and your life will
true.
change.
Very true.
And I find everyone complains about national businesses, and you are absolutely screwing up this country by not doing small businesses. So you really get me on a issue that I find really close to my heart.
No, it's good
Because
to say that
you
too.
all complain. I go to lots of different things, and I know lots of different people,
Yeah.
and it fascinates me. You tolerate it and bitch about it and get on Twitter when you should have gone to the guy down the road who's trying to make a buck to feed his kids.
Yeah.
He didn't have
We
to
do
go
that. We go to Harvey Norman and find out what stuff is, and they go,
Yeah,
Well, you
small
go around
business.
like
You know, you
They're
guys are all small
dying.
business. You're trying to make a buck, but you know what? Then you go and buy your stuff from
Yeah. Well, we did it because we
no,
walked
we
out.
do the reverse. We go to our small
So,
person
you know,
class.
Well, I
You
bought
do help
my,
yourself
I
and
bought my
yourself
muffin
too, I
tins
think.
from South Melbourne Market recently.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly right, I just small
Yeah.
guy.
No,
Yeah, that's why in
I
the
think
end we
socially,
walked
you
out.
know, need to
Yeah.
morally think. Everyone's saying, oh, Australians buggered as a retail country, Australians buggered as this, and there's no manufacturing and everything else. But you know what?
Yeah.
This is
Independence is
all
thriving.
your own.
Yeah.
So
Totally agree.
Independents are thriving.
they are. If they're working hard and they're doing the right thing, they are. So
All right,
anyway,
so-
don't buy from the Harvey Norman. I mean, I just mean that as a joke, but yeah.
So
They
this
didn't have
is just
it
a
in
stat
here.
from December last year on where the content is getting shared. This is from marketers saying where they're sharing their content. This is pre-Pinterest, really. Now Pinterest has been around probably for a couple of years, but it's only in the last 6
Has
months
it
or so.
really?
Yeah, a lot of these
No,
platforms, they're up and coming, and then something happens that they get a groundswell of people on them. So 12 million or something on Pinterest now. So, hey, my clicker's back. I can't see it
It
on
doesn't
there.
work on
On
the
the
screen.
screen.
It reflects
Ah,
off and shines on the ceiling.
okay. Anyway, so you can see here, LinkedIn actually, a lot of people share much more than you would expect on, you'd think Facebook would be where a lot of people are sharing their stuff.
Are you going into LinkedIn
Yes.
later? I'll
Yes.
save my question for then.
Okay. And yeah, Sophie did have a question around, it was very specific around using Facebook as well. So we can cover questions like that later if you want.
Yep.
So
I'll write
just
it
write
down.
down your very specific use of the platform questions. Okay, so it is now more than ever time for action. You can't ignore it, you can't keep your head in the sand because you'll get left behind. You will get left behind. Because 6 months in social media land is like 5 dog years. 5 dog years. Because I was talking to a client said, oh, we're building our website, we're not ready yet, I'll talk about it in 6 months' time. I said, okay, 6 months' time, wow. Can you imagine? Gosh. Alright, so, I'm just going to talk about these 5. Of course, YouTube is there as well. YouTube is video sharing, it's the number 2 search engine now behind Google. Google owns YouTube. And Kath might have gone into a bit about that. So, Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, Twitter and Pinterest. Now, who here knows about Google+? You probably do. Okay. Who knows
You
about
said
Google?
the invite.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm on it. I've got circles. I don't know what I'm doing with my
Okay, good.
circles.
Good.
I've been asked
They're
to circle.
pretty.
But I don't know.
Actually, well, I learned some very good lessons
there.
because, you know, I mentioned about the language that you speak on each of the platforms, and don't cross your language over to between platforms because you'll confuse people.
Yeah.
Now, I said that you get a friend on Facebook, you connect on LinkedIn, on Google+, you circle people. You put them into your circle.
And there's another one.
Sounds like you're stalking.
Excuse my French, Mark.
Is there another one, or is it something?
You can bookmark the site.
No, I actually want to know, somebody else asks you somewhere else and think, yeah, whatever.
There's so many, and then now there's clout and all this crap going on with, and I've started doing
I
clout,
don't
but,
get that one either.
well, you know, I did clout, because if I'm ever at the San Francisco airport, I'm going to the lounge. You just show your clout on your phone and go, I've
How
got
clear
clout.
is that?
And they let you into the lounge, international lounge. That's the only reason I'm doing it.
cool.
Are you often in the San Francisco lounge? Or
Could be.
meeting?
You never know.
I'm not gonna join a social media group for that small chance.
You never know. It means something to some people.
Yeah.
I think that's
Apparently.
Yeah, it's very clever.
So they're using it for marketing. Now,
That's
that's Cathay
exclusive.
Pacific. That's that just at the moment they're only in the San Francisco lounge. Cathay Pacific around the world.
You know,
Hey.
that's
Yeah.
exactly like, yeah.
So it's just little things like that. So people are always testing and measuring, trying things out, and they're getting stuff wrong a lot of the time. Like Qantas stuff up on social media when they said, "Oh, what's your greatest Qantas experience or luxury Qantas
They know to get
experience?"
on
I
the
think it was
plane.
that they asked about, and they got hammered. They got
All negatives? Was it all negative?
It was 2 weeks after they grounded all the flights.
rammed on Facebook. Here's the stats: 31% log on more than once a day. Average time of 55 minutes. Who's ever gone on Facebook just to check something really quickly? And
2
hours
hours
later.
It's the worst. I ban myself on work days to get on Facebook.
It's called a
Billion
time
posts a day,
vampire.
2.7 billion likes, comments a day, 250 million photos, and 40 visits plus on one of these devices. So
Yeah.
I think they've actually, the stats are that more people log on now via a mobile device. So be it your iPhone, your Android, your smartphone, your BlackBerry, whatever. Because we pretty much carry these with us. They're attached to our hip, and we will use them to share our experiences or in your downtime.
Well,
So when
Yeah,
you
you're waiting for
Have a
something
look at-
now.
waiting
You
for
don't have to.
something.
You don't have a
Have a look at a
magazine anymore. You've
teenager.
got your.
All you have to do is have a look at a teenager.
Yeah.
And
never off it.
they're never off it, you know. And I was actually,
Yeah.
because I've got, you know, a 19 and a 16-year-old. The room was dark, you're on the TV, and everyone's face is glowing.
Yeah.
I walked upstairs, you see all these faces glowing in the TV, everyone's in the darkness thinking, oh, there's my son. And I'm thinking, what
Yeah.
the?
But no one's talking.
No one's
But they'll be
talking, and
tweeting
they're all
each
going
other.
over to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, we are. So what are you doing? Hanging out. But you're talking to all these other dickheads on the thing, you know, like, you know, here you are sitting next to each
Sad.
other.
And that's how they communicate now. At Christmas time, we're all sitting, all the older ones were sitting around the table chatting.
You're going to
and
be a
kids on the
billionaire in a
chairs.
couple of years because
Not
you're
aware
going
that
to
they're
talk
on
to
their
each other.
devices.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how we communicate with each other. So, 24% consult Facebook before making a purchase. So who here, when you want to make it, you just about convince yourself that you want to buy a product or a service or maybe be mentored by someone, whatever it might be.
Yep.
And then you just go and check your decision.
Who's got a...
Yeah.
Mm.
Has anyone used this? What's your opinion of that?
Who knows of a, and the results are instant.
Yes, because we all like to share our opinion, and one of the
Have you been to
sharing
blah, blah, blah,
methods,
blah?
yeah, that works really, really well on
Yeah.
social media, is if you ask people's opinions. Or you do the whole Ford and Holden, Apple versus computers. It's another one. You know what, I don't really care. I don't really care, but I will sometimes start that debate because I know know it gets a debate going. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care what social platform you use either.
Yeah.
Go where your people are, and use the device that you're most comfortable with. But I'll sometimes do it because I know it gets people going
Yeah.
and chatting.
Resume.
And forward and hold it. You won't get them to swap over and buy the other thing. And it's the same thing on social media.
Yeah.
And 1 in 3 will purchase from a company that they follow on Facebook. Now the marketing budgets of the big companies that they're spending on Facebook is massive, absolutely massive, because they know that if people are following them, that they will then come and buy from them.
Yeah.
And with fan pages, if they're a fan on their fan page, they know that they will stick around with them something like 50% longer. As a
Well, they feel invested.
consumer.
They know the story. They know the journey, and they know where that company is.
And the
So-
sharing on it. Now,
They know the person behind the business.
Yeah.
that's it.
It's
It's
now
about the
personal.
place. And I read this week that 70% of people will buy from a company with the SEO tweets. Or the CEO. SEO. I've got SEO. The CEO tweets. Where the head of the company is tweeting, they're imparting that
Even if they're not really doing it.
trust. Even if they're not even doing it. Now, you don't know if often they will be the person on there, but if they're not, they really should identify that they're not. They might have a little tag. I didn't explain hashtags, did I? Sorry. A hashtag is, you know when you're watching, if you've watched TV down the bottom left-hand corner, there'll be the hash, and then I'll have a, follow us on Twitter, or the hash, it is like a search keyword.
Like it.
So, for example, you know, you tune your radio station to listen to that particular, so let's say you listen to the Fox, you tune it to 101.9, and that the Fox comes in. If you want to find out who's talking about Molly Meldrum falling down his stairs, you put a hashtag Molly Meldrum, and then all of the information about him will come up. Now, hashtags originated really on Twitter, but you can use hashtags on Pinterest, and you can use hashtags in Google Plus as well. And I will cover Google Plus in a moment, because you do need to know.
Okay, so how
what
to
it
how to follow a conversation.
Yes,
So you go hashtag.
whatever.
Whatever it is. So
Scarves.
the voice AU.
Okay.
Yeah, Easter, whatever it might be.
Voice.
Yeah.
AU.
Yeah.
Dot AU.
No,
No,
just
just the
So
words.
there's never any
They're
dots,
usually no
it's
gaps.
never any, no gaps.
So usually a hashtag will be, or if it's, you know, like about today's event, it might just be hashtag stereo or.
Yeah.
Typical, yeah.
Yes,
So, yeah.
yes. And there are places you can go to check to make sure your hashtag's not taken.
And how do you do that? How do you create that?
You just put a hashtag in front of
You
it.
just
It's
put a
the
hashtag.
So
Do you have to,
symbol
so I
on
have to be
three.
on Twitter first.
You need to be on
Yes.
Twitter.
Right, so I've got to start
And
a
you can
Twitter
change your
account.
hashtag all the time. So if you're at one of your G-Spot meetings,
Yeah.
and you want everyone tweeting about it, the hashtag is G-Spot.
Yeah.
So when people, you know, awesome
So it
content
can
at hashtag G-Spot.
And then popular
I'll show you one in the lunch
conversations-
break.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to. Popular conversations will trend, like
So I should also.
yes, like I spoke at the Digital Parents
That's right.
conference, right? And so they had a hashtag. When I was up on stage, unbeknown to me, I had people, my shoes started trending on Twitter
What's
and
trending?
taking photos. So it was it was one of like the most talked about
Yeah.
things on
Yeah.
The
Twitter.
hashtag.
Were my shoes, because people were taking photos of my shoes
The ones you
and
read out.
uploading them, and uploading them and talking about it. Like it was, I got off and they're going, you need to check your thread because your shoes were going nuts.
So the hashtag works is if we're all talking, if there's 100 people in a room at the Digital Parents Conference and everybody's talking about it, but some are calling it Digital Parents, some are calling it DP Conf, some are calling it
Yeah.
Digital Conference, the hashtag you tell everybody in the room the hashtag is what DPCon 12.
So then everyone's
Yeah.
on it.
So everybody is calling it DPCon 12.
You're right.
So whoever in the room wants to know what someone else has said can follow it easily. And
Can I ask if anyone's actually like concentrating on the conference? While
Yeah,
they're-
that's what my
Yeah.
question is.
Yeah.
Oh, they're tweeting
at
and.
blogging conferences,
beep.
it's very different. You'd actually be really surprised what they
And you
do at
talk to the
blogging.
top heads, which is odd as
Yeah.
a speaker.
Oh, it's really.
So when you're up on stage, so you often talk to people and you go, oh my
Oh,
God,
okay.
Oh, the top
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
But
They're retweeting what you're saying.
Yeah.
tweeting
And what
what
you're
you're
actually
saying,
getting
which
is the
actually very
feedback when you get home
Because
and
you
check
get
the
off
hashtag when you get home about what they've said about you. It's freaky. But yeah, but that's the way blogging conferences
But in that
work,
space
Yeah.
of-
and you get used to it.
You're actually blocked. Have a look on Twitter about the block.
Just got
Hashtag
exposed,
the block.
probably over a
How do I look it up?
So
Not on
you would
Twitter.
hash-
Can I still look it
hashtag
up? What you're
would you
saying?
hashtag your like website name or something?
Well,
You'd be
you've got,
amazed
because your
what people
website
say.
names,
This
it's
is
an
the
at
big-
instead of a,
Yeah.
sorry, Wendy, we'll just
Sorry.
take over.
We're doing the at symbol now.
No.
And Twitter.
Google as well.
Yeah, Google Plus, use the plus sign or the at symbol.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I say, the platforms kind of cross over
Yeah.
with one another once you understand the fundamentals on how to share and things. So Facebook, who uses Facebook? Well,
Oh.
Well, let's negotiate.
That was a rhetoric question.
who does use Facebook? Who's on Facebook? Everybody? You're not anything, are you? We can sort you out. That's
That's why I'm here, because this is the page that I'm, you know.
Okay, so the three fundamentals of Facebook are your personal profiles, fan pages, previously called business pages, sometimes called likers pages, whatever, and groups. They're the three fundamental ways you can communicate on Facebook. And each of them operates in a slightly different way. We've got 30 minutes left. Okay, go get moving. So, because I'll just cover this because Sophie did ask the question. Okay, so the way that I like to use Facebook, and this is my personal take on it, is I like to dovetail all the things together. So I use Facebook professionally, because the question I'll get is, oh, I get all my friends saying, also, oh, just unfriend them, or else make a decision that you're going to be more professional on the platform. That's up to you, because you can put people into what's called a list, and you can share with certain groups.
Did you
or
just
lists.
say then, sorry, it was really quick, you starting to get business people contacting you on your personal page? Is that what
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So I use Facebook